I'm sure you have these times too. Sometimes you have every intention of getting to the gym, but something gets in the way, life happens, and you just can't make it. So what are you to do? Your choices are either skip your workout or find a way to make it work. So I'm always finding ways to make it work because I hate skipping workouts. I like to stay on my schedule. So I just wanted to share with you some of the substitutions I use when I can't access the gym equipment, especially if I'm following a program like my Build a Butt Extreme, which is one that does use gym equipment. So I'm going to show you these booty and leg exercises, couple different versions of them, some home-friendly versions, as well as the beginner and Sorny versions as well. Also, keep watching all the way to the end of the video to see if you are our lucky winner of our subscriber giveaway. Okay, so we're gonna start with the hip thrust exercise. There's many ways to do a hip thrust, also known as a glute bridge. My favorite way to do this is at the gym with a barbell across my lap. And I'll put my shoulders on a bench with a cushion and then the barbell across my hips and press up against the resistance. But if I'm not at home, say I'm outdoors and all I have is a band with me, I'll do the band resisted hip thrust like this, just looping the band under my heels. If I'm at home just using dumbbells only, I'll do a dumbbell hip thrust with my shoulders on the couch or a chair, placing the dumbbells on my hip creases and pressing up against that resistance. So those are 3 different ways you can accomplish the same exercise with different pieces of equipment. And surprisingly, these home versions are not that much easier than the gym version. If you really focus and concentrate on that mind to muscle connection and flexing as hard as you can, this can feel every bit as effective as the gym version too. If you're wondering how to get into this position in the first place, here's what I recommend. Sit down, place the band across your lap, then hook it under one heel at a time, and then secure your feet and slowly lay down into your position. Once you get your shoulders set, then you can press your heels down hard into the ground, adjust the band if you need to, and then press up. Just wanted to show you that in case you're feeling like it's super awkward or you're not sure how to get this one started. To come out, just lift your heels and then roll to the side. Beginners or people with sore knees can practice these without any added resistance and just work on doing those glute bridges with your shoulders elevated on the edge of your bed or your couch, just really focusing on that glute activation. And now for the barbell back squat, one of my all-time favorite gym exercises as well. I think I say everyone is my favorite, but really, I love it. But if you're at home and you don't have a barbell, you can do it like this with a band. By looping the band around your neck and holding your arms up, it kind of feels like you're doing a back squat. And it gives good resistance, especially at the top when you stand up and flex. But if you're at home with just dumbbells only, you can also just hold the dumbbells above your shoulders to kind of simulate a back squat feeling. And you should always make sure that you're sitting back and down with the weight primarily on your heels. So those are 2 alternative ways to do the barbell back squat. Regardless of what equipment you're using, your form should look similar, and keep on focusing on stretching and flexing your glute muscles. Make sure that you're pressing your hips forward as you come up and sitting down and back as far as you can when you go down. And here's how you get into the band version. You're gonna step on the bottom of it with your feet about shoulder width apart, then loop your neck underneath, sit your butt down low, and then stand up. Make sure that you don't round your back. Then to get out, just hinge at the hips, drop your neck, and come out. The beginner or sore knee version of this would be to do it just body weight, no added equipment, and sit down onto the edge of your couch or a chair or the edge of your bed or something to support your weight at the bottom. But definitely work on that depth of your squat and really hinging at your hips first. The barbell good morning is another excellent glute and hamstring exercise that I love to do at the gym with a barbell. But if you're not at the gym, don't have a barbell, you can do the same thing with a band, just with the same form that you would use for the back squat, but instead hinging at the hips, just doing like a forward and stand up motion rather than a squat. I like to hold onto the band just to keep it from slipping around, but basically keeping your back straight and just bending that crease of your hips as deep as you can. And then when you come up, flexing and pressing your hips forward. If you don't have a band, you can go ahead and do this with dumbbells as well, just by holding them on top of your shoulders and doing that same hinge and stand up motion. You can see how these exercises are pretty much identical even though you're using different equipment, and you'd be surprised how actually challenging the band version is. Beginners can practice this with no added equipment, just putting your fingertips behind your head and focusing on that hip hinge and bending as deep as you can at the hip crease, keeping your back straight. One more, let's talk about the leg press machine, because this is one of those frustrating ones. If you get to leg press in your program, you're like, well, there's like nothing you can do at home that really simulates this. But here are some things I like to do if I'm trying to simulate leg press from home. One great option is the low cable squat, and if you don't have a cable machine, obviously you can still do this with resistance bands. So I use the resistance bands as a cable and loop them around something secure so that I can pull away and lean back. And because of the lean, this does kind of feel like a leg press because you're able to really press your feet into the ground as you lean back and away. So try it out. It really does feel a lot like the motion of a leg press. To set this one up, you need to loop one resistance band around the base of something stable. I just use a pole of my terrace in the backyard, and then I loop another resistance band through that one to make it longer. Then grab both ends and sit down into that deep squat and then press away, like imagining it's like a leg press machine. Another option is just to do a dumbbell sumo squat if all you have is dumbbells. And on these, you can also kind of lean slightly back at the top. I feel like that helps make it feel more like a leg press and accessing more glute and hamstring activation rather than just getting your quads. So also by positioning your toes slightly outward and feet a little wider apart, it feels more like a leg press. The sore knee or beginner version of this would be to put your fingertips against a wall and then work on hinging your hips, so sitting your butt back and then standing up and flexing your glutes. Minimize the bend of the knee. Now that you know how to work your booty in so many different variations and different locations, let's take a little break. We'll go have some fun at the beach with Kyla, and then we'll show you this healthy hash brown recipe.
Want to go in? For Cody. So we're gonna hit the full body. We're gonna hit the back, the buys, the tries, the chest, the legs. We're doing it all. We're going 5 exercises. We're gonna do this in descending ladder format. So that means we're gonna start with 10 reps and do all 5 exercises. Then we're gonna go to 9, 8, all the way down to 1. No breaks. This is metabolic training style. Let's get into it. Guys, if you want to see the full follow along 15-minute workout, comment down below so we can gauge your interest. If we have enough interest, we will upload that video.
If you learned anything useful or you felt like this is going to help you out, please give the video a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Let me know specifically which was your favorite part. Today's subscriber winner is... Congratulations on your new program. Make sure you comment down below to claim your prize. Love hearing from you, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye. And keep living lean.